Observer, we're coming back to you live with another video. We are in Lake Michigan on a beautiful 4th of July day. It's like 80 degrees out here. Feels fire. So, hope you guys think about it. Like it, love it, you guys ever been to Chicago? Tell me where your favorite places is. If not, I would definitely recommend for you to come down here because it's a vibe. You can see they're plotting over here. Hold on, let me see if we can zoom into that boat. That boat is way over there. You could also rent like private boats and stuff, but we just went on the public boat with a whole bunch of
Spanish. As it rises with excellent
so let me know what you guys think.
This is 875 North Michigan Avenue, although many Chicagoans continue to call it by its original name, the John Hancock Center. The crisscross bracing on the side of the building adds structural integrity and minimizes the need for large girders inside the structure. Like the Willis Tower and the Trump International Hotel and Tower, it was designed by the world-famous Chicago-based firm Skidmore, Owings & Merrill, who continue to specialize in the world's tallest buildings, including the current world's tallest, the Burj Khalifa Tower in Dubai. The John Hancock Center was completed in 1969. 875 North Michigan Avenue also includes an observatory on the 94th floor called 360 Chicago. The elevators to 360 Chicago are considered to be the fastest elevators in the Western Hemisphere, with a top speed of 20.5 miles per hour.
It used to be called Sears Tower, but now it's called Willis Tower.
A panel of windows on the south side of the observatory, which hydraulically extend about 30 degrees out and over Chicago's famous skyline, offering visitors unique downward-facing views from 1,000 feet in the air.
Here we go.
The city of Chicago itself started with one trading post in 1773, which was established by Haitian Creole fur trader Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable. Chicago initially grew along the main branch of the Chicago River. The Chicago River is the beginning of a system of rivers and canals which connect Lake Michigan to the Mississippi River, allowing vessels to continue by water all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. The river was first discovered for Europe in 1673 by Louis Joliet and Jesuit missionary Jacques Marquette. French and French-Canadian explorers charged with the mission of mapping the Great Lakes for the Kingdom of France. They started in Montreal, Quebec, and came down the St. Lawrence River into the Great Lakes, determined to get to the Mississippi River and the Gulf of Mexico. Prior to the discovery of the Chicago River system, they would stop up north at what is now Green Bay, Wisconsin, and carry their canoes and supplies across Wisconsin to get to the Mississippi. The Chicago River portage proved a much easier and more direct trade route. The natives in the area at this time included the Fox, Potawatomi, and Sauk nations. Chief Blackhawk of the Sauk Nation is the namesake for the Chicago Blackhawks hockey team. Chicago is thought to be the French derivation of the indigenous word Chicagois, roughly translated as portage of the wild onion or land of the stinking onion. Chicago was incorporated as a town in 1833 and as a city in 1837 when its population reached 4,000. In 1848, Chicago got its first telegraph and railroad. Two innovations, grain elevators and the Board of Trade's wheat grading standards, quickly transformed the way crops were sold. By 1854, the city was the world's largest grain port and had more than 30,000 residents, many of them European immigrants. The growth of the city was rapid and haphazard and ultimately contributed to the Great Chicago Fire, which over 3 days in October of 1871 destroyed 1/3 of the downtown area, including most of what can be seen here on our tour. This large urban fire attracted architects who came to Chicago to rebuild the city out of the ashes. This is the origin of Chicago's nickname as the Second City. Through the innovation of these architects, Chicago established its reputation as a world leader in architecture, a reputation that it holds to today.
A lot of facts. That's dope. Ladies spitting facts, spitting bars. I always like it, love it. Tell me what you think of it. You guys can see, yeah, there you go. That's so beautiful. Tell me where else to think of. I mean, New York is cool, but New York is definitely not like, it's way overpriced, and not just that, it's like not like as convenient as Chicago. And there's a lot of trash on the street. Nobody likes trash on the street. It's ridiculous. Imagine having a job in the White House. Oh my god. That'd be so cool. Would probably be so lonely. I hope they got YouTube and internet and Wi-Fi and everything.